onto the track. And they're off, racing away for the restricted race over the 3-mile trip. Spike Wood is the first one to show to an advantage and leads up by about 3 lengths over Earth Power, the hot favourite, in second. The leader quite awkward at the first. Earth Power wasn't a great deal better in all truth, with back in behind those Jack Jonah. They head on now towards the second. Jack Jonah racing together with Ring Ben, best director at the back. Meanwhile, the leader, Spike Wood, takes off at the second, jumps it with a little bit more conviction over Earth Power, who landed in second spot. And then a 3-length break to the others, headed off by Ring Ben, who's a length ahead of Jack Jonah, who's in the purple, and best director held up by Hannah Watson. Over the third, once again all 5 are from A to B safely enough, and a left-handed turn now taking them out towards the far side. So Earth Power about 3 lengths off the leader Spike Wood. Emily Godsall on board Spike Wood, a horse who has failed to complete in his last 3 races. And he slammed the brakes on there. Earth Power moving to the inside of Spike Wood, and perhaps that's a wise move as well. Will Biddick not wanting to be directly behind this rather errant jumping leader, with a 3-length break on in third place Ring Ben under Lester Futter as they head off into the back straight. In fourth to the inside is Jack Jonah, and the back marker continues to be best director. Over the next fence, that was their first open ditch, and all 5 have jumped it well enough. Fairly long run now before any more jumping is required from them. And out in front is the 10-year-old Spike Wood, leading up by about a length or so to Earth Power in the old Earth Mover colours. That one racing in second position, with a couple of lengths in hand over Ring Ben, who is in third. Then to the inside, Jack Jonah, and best director will take that fence in last place. All over it safely. Quickly on now to the final one going down here on the opening occasion. And it is Spike Wood on the outside of Earth Power. Hardly a whisker in it there, with a 5-length break now on in third place Ring Ben. That one in turn has a length in hand over Jack Jonah, who's racing in fourth. And a 5-length break back to best director, who clearly is in no hurry. So heading left-handed and back along the side, making the climb to the next jumping test. Spike Wood again, not too clever. Earth Power to within a half length, but it would appear that Will Biddick is certainly, he's got no intentions on going into the lead. Happy to get a lead from Spike Wood, who swings into the home straight, comes quite wide. Over to the inside, Earth Power. And Jack Jonah, Ring Ben and best director. Only about 10 lengths or so covering them as they are in line for home once again, and they head on now to fence number 9. They take 18 in total, so they're near enough at halfway now. Spike Wood, Earth Power, in a bit close to that one, with Jack Jonah also hitting it quite hard, that one back in third. Ring Ben to the outside and best director the back marker, and there's hardly been any change in the order throughout the first half of this race, as Spike Wood tackles the next in front again, a little more fluent than Earth Power, who's got in close to 1 or 2. Will Biddick looking for his second winner of the afternoon, with back in behind those Ring Ben on the outside of Jack Jonah, who's travelled nicely throughout the contest, gets a nice toe into it as well as they take the next, and the back marker continues to be best director. So the 5 runners still all holding their chances as they race on out now towards fence number 12. This one taken along the side for the final time, and Earth Power to really make his presence felt now up along the inside of Spike Wood as they took to that fence with about a 3-length break on Ring Ben in the light blue colours, up around the outside of Jack Jonah, who still travels well, and best director remains the back marker. Spike Wood, half a length ahead to Earth Power. Ring Ben in the light blue colours closing up. Earth Power stood off that one, Jack Jonah back in behind them, and the back marker, but only 5 lengths off the pace now, is best director. So every betting slip still a valid one as they head towards the next one going down the side, and it is Spike Wood hanging on grimly to his narrow lead. From along the inside, Earth Power, with Ring Ben also in very close proximity now up towards the outside as they reach the 5th fence from home, and Ring Ben came through to take the lead that time. From in second position, Spike Wood. Earth Power is towards the inner, still travelling all right. There's a definite increase in tempo though now as they tackle the final one over in the back. Again, Earth Power not too good. Ring Bend to the outside of Spike Wood in the middle, and Earth Power to the inside. Jack Jonah catching the eye, travelling nicely, is back in fourth, and 5 lengths away to Best Director, who's still at the tail end of the field. So heading on up the hill now towards the third last fence. Earth Power to the inside of Spike Wood, Ring Ben on the outside, and deeper still Jack Jonah. And a bad mistake at the back end of the field will not help Best Director, who already had a pretty hard task by the look of it, as they're making the journey on uphill and left-handed back for home. And as they do so, it is Earth Power who leads up now by about a length or so to Ring Ben, who now comes under the whip. Spike Wood perhaps has given best, and back in behind those Jack Jonah and then Best Director. So they're in line for the final couple of fences now. Earth Power hasn't quite put the race to bed as yet. Ring Ben in the centre trying hard to rally. Spike Wood running a screamer nearest to us as they come to the second last. The leader was in close, not quite as close as Spike Wood, who lost any chance he may have had. Earth Power is now 3 to 4 lengths ahead over Ring Ben. Best Director's finishing off the race fairly well. That one now has inherited third spot as Earth Power comes towards the 18th and final fence with the advantage. Slows right down going into it and loses the rider. And that has left Ring Ben with the lead. Over in second, Best Director, who now has a great chance and is closing in. And Best Director has come through to claim the prize. From in second place, Ring Ben. What a dramatic finish. They came clear over Jack Jonah in third. And back in behind those, Spike Wood.